I'm here to talk about Flea. Yes, Flea, this guy. You know this guy? He's the bass player for the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and he led a wild life. He was born in Australia, and his parents, his dad had a good job. They moved to New York, and his mother fell in love with a music teacher, an alcoholic, party animal music teacher. So it was a blessing in disguise because it's where Flea found his love of music. But he had an effed up childhood. Now I'm not a huge fan of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I like them. I've been reading a lot of biographies and autobiographies and music biographies and that. For example, I read Willie Nelson's and the Allman Brothers. I read even last December. The best autobiography I've read so far lately is Moon Unit Zappa's, believe it or not. But this one, I almost hesitated to make this video because, first off, it's part one of a two-parter book. He really doesn't get into the Red Hot Chili Peppers. He gets into meeting the lead singer, Anthony Kiedis. You might know him. They've had a lot of great songs, number one hits and that, but they really struggled. I know that. They're quite bizarre. They used to perform in the nude with long tube socks covering their penises. But they don't do that anymore. They're almost nude. But man alive, his childhood. Then from New York, his mother, they moved to Hollywood. And he was a street urchin, a street punk. Robbing, stealing, getting into fights, mainlining, shooting drugs, heroin, cocaine, mixing them. Meth came around, did a lot of that. And the cover of the book, it's 11-year-old Flea toking on a joint by the beach. He's got beach hair, just crazy stuff. And then him and Anthony, the lead singer, met. And they just, it was like kismet. It's like a meeting of the minds and souls. And now they've been through some ups and downs. He gets into a little, but Flea just was, his childhood is just riddled with like guilt. And his father didn't beat his wife or Flea, but it's like he might as well have. It was like living in a tornado in the midst of a storm, living in the middle of a tornado. So Flea, he had no supervision and just ran the streets at night. Hollywood, LA, hitchhiking around, sharing needles, crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. I mean, I remember sneaking out. I was really rebellious as a child. I would sneak out and smoke cigarettes, but yell at girls anyway. But yeah, really, and reading about it, and I listened to it, and he tells a story. It's just a wild child, but music. He had a talent for music early on. Played the trumpet all through high school and all the bands and that. So he's got a keen sense of music, formal education in music. If you like the Red Hot Chili Willies, you'll adore this biography. And, I'm still thinking about it, and I read it like a week ago. Like I said, I hesitated, but it's part of April, and I'll keep reading biographies. I've got a playlist with hundreds of them. I started a new one for this year. But anyway, like, subscribe, make a comment. Talk to you later.